hour and a half, hour and 15. We have Franco come on, which will be a great show, especially coming after you. All right, let me see what it looks like. Looks like we got live. All right, 14 platforms. We've got a really good friend here I just met, and that's probably a liberal use of the words, but I feel that way. I met Stephen in Sedona. We were put together by some mutual friends, and we immediately were talking about stuff that I don't normally talk to people about. So he's got a unique perspective, which I think is great because there is, at least in my field, there's a necessity to build a bridge between what we might call disclosure, conspiracy, and starseed platforms. Because as the team came in and told me about a week ago and screamed in my ear, if you guys can't have unity in your communities, how the hell is the rest of the world going to be able to do that? So interesting. I don't think a lot of people that are tuning in would have caught the show that we did when we were in Sedona. So I'm happy to have him here now. I am going to play the intro and allow people time to come in. I just want to make a couple of quick announcements. One, I believe we're now podcasting daily. It's not live, but there's 4, 5, 6 day lag. We're podcasting on I think 8 platforms. Thank you, Leilani. That includes iTunes and all those. I'm not familiar with the names and all that, but anyway, if you are interested in that, a lot of people have written us and asked us when will that be available because they can't always watch a video. So that's available. For more information, you can go to the SoulogyNetwork.com website. You can also go there and check out our Soulogy swag, and you can also watch these shows on the SoulogyNetwork.com site, which makes us 15 platforms, including that one. I'm getting lit up here now, Stephen, so I think we're about to ramp up here. I'm going to play the intro. We will be back in a minute, 19 seconds. Yeah, that's our team. Hang on.
Nice.
Yeah. Here we go. How's it going, everybody? We got Stephen Popiotek. I know I destroyed his name. He's with us, and I just gave a little intro a second ago. You know, I'm not real big on the bios and all that. But Stephen has a unique perspective. He is very lit and has been lit. If memory serves me correct.
Frozen there.
What's that?
No, it looks like my image is frozen there, so I wasn't sure if that was my side or your side.
No, it's your signal. Your signal's a bit weak. But you're okay. We can hear you, and it'll catch. It'll catch. Right. Otherwise, we're just going to look at your frozen face. But you had early, when I say early, late teens, 20s. You had some wake-up experiences, basically. I believe it was through some plant medicine.
No, actually, I did. Okay. The only medicine I've actually done is with the mushrooms. Actually, I haven't done any other medicine.
Okay, well, I consider that plant medicine. But anyway, but however you did it, it happened early, which is a little bit out of the norm for most of the people I've talked to on the show, 2,500 episodes. But you've been connected since then.
Yes.
And so that's, somewhat normal. characteristic of a lot of people I talk to. But you also have recall of specific programs, BS, what do you want to call it, of such as MyLab.
Yes.
And that to have a conversation with somebody who has that type of recall, yet still comes from an open-mindedness, still has the spiritual activism, but you, at least in my opinion, you have more balance and more openness than most, and that's not taking a shot at anybody. It is what it is. Than most of the people that I know that have had similar experiences like you. And that's why I was really intrigued and excited to talk to you, or was surprised when I talked to you in Sedona. And so, yeah, here we are again.
Thank you. It's still not catching up. Should I try to dial back in with it? Would that work, or is that
You can do that. You can try it. I mean, we can hear you. Go ahead and step out.
I'll press leave and come back in. Okay.
Yeah, that'll work. We'll try that.
Let's see.
I thought I had we added another platform, and I accidentally added my personal page twice. Here he comes. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, now you're. Yeah, it's his signal.
That's weird though, because
it might come back in a second. If you can hear me, Stephen, your signal looks good now, but your video and your audio are, not connected. There's a settings button, bottom right of the row of icons there. You go in there and click that, and then you can set your video input, your audio input, your audio output. So try that, because we can't see you or hear you. I'm going to take that window off.
I'm going to go.
We're going to keep this going. Anytime that we have technical difficulties, there's always a great show that follows it. This gentleman has been clearly, somebody said they could hear him. Okay. This gentleman has had quite a bit of experience with the apparatuses of the, whatever you want to call it, the cabal controllers, whatever, including MyLab. He's had some unique experiences. Somebody said they can hear him, or Delia said you can hear him, but I can't see him. So hopefully he's coming back. But, we've had these things happen. We have them with Angelo Dwell. We have them with other folks where we have technical issues, and we always have a great show afterwards. I don't think there's so much as interference from outside sources as it is, for lack of a better word, interference from the level of the frequency created by the vortex, which you're all included with as in the guest. So hopefully, I'm going to send him a note and see if this is going to work. I don't even see him on my Facebook. I think he might have. Here, let me double check. Oh man, hang on a second. Let me send him a note. Hang on one second, Stephen. If you didn't catch the first show we did with Stephen, it was done in Sedona. Let me see if he comes up on here. Here he is. When we were in Sedona, here, let me just see if he's okay. Oh, he might have rebooted his device. Yeah. Let's see. Reboot your device. The shows that we were broadcasting from the studio at Vibrational Empowerment Network, they were only going to only to Soulogy One Studios Facebook page. They weren't going to any of our other multi-stream platforms. And so if you wanted to see the first episode, you could go to Soulogy One Studios Facebook page, and you could go to videos and search by Stephen Popiotek. Okay, he's rebooting. He'll be back in a second. And you could watch it. It was very interesting, what we talked about. Okay, he's going to try his phone too. He'll be here in a second. Yeah. So what else is going on? Have you guys gotten over to the SoulogyNetwork.com website? We're going to be adding more and more stuff to it very quickly. I'm looking to see some new products in the store, which will be like the I Am Soul, the Human is the Hero, Holy Shiitake Mushrooms, other sayings that came out of the Soulogy experience, and also some enhancements to the video, the channel that's up that eventually get the guitar and play. Cece, you're funny. I will sometime when I get better or get reacclimated. But we'll be enhancing that. Keep in mind there's going to be in the beginning, as we perfect it and master it, there's going to be 4 channels that run 24 hours a day, and that'll be replays and lives. And then the one that I'm really, really excited about is the social community alternative to Facebook that will allow you to upload images and videos and to instant message people. And it's very doable. I know a lot of people have tried it. I know MeWe's out there and other things, but the thing that excites me about what we're going to do is that the foundation of it is going to be like-minded people. Not that there's anything wrong with people outside of the light worker groups or starseed groups or whatever, but the fact that the foundation of the community is going to be made up of people like us. And so as it expands by word of mouth and other types of groups and energies come in, that'll be great. But I think that's going to help us a lot because, and I say us, I'm talking about all of us, not Soulogy. I think it's going to help us all because it's going to gain a lot of traction very quickly. And the social media site is going to be Soulogy Network. That's going to be the site, Soulogy. And it's going to be an alternative. We may have a variation of the name on it, but it's going to be connected to the site that we have now. There's, I don't know if he's coming on or I should just do a show on this, but yeah, he's, I'm not real big on talking a lot about people being targeted. I've had my own experiences a few years ago. I've been privy to information firsthand by people who have been on the inside, who have on the show and off the show have talked about, hang on, Angela, we'll come right back to that. But I guess what I'm saying is if Stephen is one of the type of people that would have some interference more than others. But let's see here. Still rebooting, taking longer. Interference started right away. Lots left. I was just in Facebook video and it worked fine. Okay, hang on. I'm just going to tell them if it doesn't work, we're okay. No worries if it's today or another. I'm just winging it for now. I'm going to give you a little bit. I just told him, don't worry about it. We'll work it out. I'm going to come back to Angela's question here in a minute. I want to give you a little idea of some of the company that Stephen keeps and the type of caliber person that he is. He speaks at a lot of conferences. He also, and I'm looking at one, it's a flyer from New York City, October 26th through 28th. This is from 2018. And there was quite a few prominent speakers. Many of them you would know their names. He's also very much in. When I met him in Sedona, in fact, the reason he was in Sedona was specifically to do grid work. He was called by his team, go to Sedona, go open up these portals and channels, and I don't remember all the particulars about it, but we talked about it at length. So he's one of those people that's been doing that for a long, long time. Yeah, someone doesn't want him on, but he's still trying. He says it's turning on very slowly. So going back to the network, you know, this is a really interesting, it could be considered difficult, challenging uh, uh, opportunity. Uh, because everything I understand, as I've been told, is that you can't do anything the way it's been done before. And I've been told this for 9 years. You can't build a business, because it's not even a business, it's an energy. You can't construct anything based in duality. That's why we don't charge for anything. That's why we just put up a comment that just says, if these shows resonate with you, please consider supporting us with a contribution. That's why there's not the type of structure that I've been used to in my corporate background or other people have been used to. And so because of that, I'm very careful about how we present things. The other day, I was talking about an example that would apply to all of us, and I was talking about how we don't have the hardware capabilities to pull this off. Now, there's a part of me that knows that I just keep holding the intention and the vision and continue to do my own work around it, and it will appear, right? And so, but one of the things that we need is a tower. It's about $3,000. It's a gaming tower type of technology that has the liquid cooling that basically can handle the amount of energy running through the device without it breaking down, and can also support the speed of broadcasting to 4 24-hour channels. Okay. And so I've not really, Morgan and we haven't really decided how do we increase our level of abundance so that we can better serve and expand. There's a part of us that knows the universe will provide what we need when we need it. And we all know that. It's a little tricky. I do appreciate Angela's question and Cece's question. And I'll just leave it at that. I guess we'll give Stephen 6 more minutes, and if we don't get him on in a few minutes, then we'll get him back on. And I think what I'll do tonight is I'll go find his interview from Sedona and I'll put it up. One of the things that I'm playing with just to develop some tape, some channel feed is I've been using the broadcast software, which isn't a permanent solution, but using the broadcast software with the devices that we have and putting up a tape or a file with music and interview excerpts and full interviews, and I just push play and then I go to bed. Last night was the most successful one. It ran 8 hours on Facebook. I think it ran about 10 minutes on our website because they said it had a possibility of copyright infringement. I haven't checked YouTube, but I think it ran 8 hours on YouTube or maybe even longer. But anyway, so when you see those come on, when you see us go live, because it does come off as a live, this is the kind of programming that you're going to see on these 24-hour channels that are going to be originated on our website, that are going to be multi-streamed for as long as possible. Daya says Twitch and Periscope went on longer. I think YouTube has a limit. Facebook has an 8-hour limit, and we're going to find this stuff out and then just develop the better refined ways. But so anyway, when you see those on at night, just so you'll know what it is, there, some people think it's a live and I'm doing the interview right then. These are older interviews. There's a lot of editing that needs to be done, so they'll be more fluid, because it's, it might be say an hour interview and it could be edited and be much more impactful. If it was concise, say 35 minutes, that's one of the things that we're looking for. Is we do have people that have stepped up, but one of the things that we're looking for is to develop a team to handle the editing and to construct these things so that we can develop a very unique channel feed. I don't think you're going to find it anywhere else. Okay. I don't think you're going to find what we have in our reach through our own archives and those of our colleagues and contemporaries, right? We are creating a virtual community archive where we can go in and create things. And the first and foremost in my mind is to create a 24-hour channel that can be broken in with lives when we go live. And that channel will have concise excerpts and expressions such as music videos and light language. And it will just be boom, 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 like a radio station playing song after song after song. So people can go in and they can flip it on and see if they, just like when you go on to the news feed and you go into the news feed and like, oh my God, this is the perfect thing I needed. Hopefully that'll be what it is. So we'll have 4 channels that you'll be able to select from. And eventually this will be available on a handheld. So you'll be able to do everything from right here with the higher quality. You can still look at the website from the handheld today, but we don't have the app yet, and we'll get all that stuff. One thing that we've all got to realize too, we can't allow for linear pressure, because then we're allowing the linear to be real, which we know it's not. So we're looking forward to continuing to expand. If anybody is interested in assisting us, in-house in terms of video editing and anything else that might facilitate this, please send me a message to the email. I don't send it to my messenger because when I looked this morning, there was 59 messages just from this morning, just since I went to sleep. I can't keep up with them anymore. But if you send it to SoulogyOneStudios@gmail.com, then that's a much better way, because if I miss it, somebody else will get it and we'll get to it. So, okay. All right. Carol Cornock, blessings to you and Morgan. New way of doing things separately and together. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So when 6 minutes is up, I'm going to send Stephen a note. We'll just regroup on this. And I'm sure there's been some type of interference. I don't want to get into any fear mongering here because there's nothing to fear. But he's in the heart of Brooklyn, New York City, right in the densest, one of the densest epicenters in the world. And we'll get him back on, and I'll find his video tonight, and I'll put it out, the one that was from Sedona. We're going to be back in about an hour with Franco De Nicola. And then after Franco, and about a 2-hour episode with him, we're going to have Crystal Pardo, who I've seen out there, but I can't recall anything about her. And that's perfect for Soulogy because we'll get to know her in front of everybody. So we'll see you in an hour, and we'll be back 2 hours after that. And then we'll probably do a let's see. Hang on, let me write it. We'll probably do a feed tonight. I'll probably run an 8-hour feed and with music and interview excerpts and all that. Okay, here's the email: SoulogyOneStudios@gmail.com. Boom. I'm going to write Steve a note, and we'll get him on here next time. See y'all in a little bit. Peace out. See you in a